some childhood information about old big brother here that we gotta put out
Oh,
there.
yeah.
I mean, and he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and as you can see, the wrestling apparel is tight work.
Yes, sir. Yes,
But
sir. Big wrestling fan.
didn't you want to be a
I
professional
did.
wrestler?
Jiu-jitsu and wrestling goes hand in hand, right?
I've been saying it for years.
Grappling, it's fighting in a sense.
We would go to Mexico and they have like lucha libre in there. We would go in the ring like in commercial breaks, and he would literally
Practice
doing all the
slams.
special moves that
Jumping
on
off
me.
the
I was like a dummy.
And let me guess, you the little brother,
I
so
was
you
the
are
little
receiving
brother.
it.
I remember he wanted to do the frog splash off the top rope. I was like, all right, bro, I'm not gonna let you do all
This is
that.
crossing the line.
I let him tombstone me and all that. I was like,
Crash test dummy.
Power drivers, all that. But yeah, wrestling was like my first love as a kid. And then when I got to high school, I started seeing UFC came around, Royce Gracie, and all that good stuff, the Diaz brothers. And I did a bunch of wrestling in the backyard, and jiu-jitsu kind of like was an easy fit.
he was fighting at school, and
Okay,
he got
yeah.
kicked out of like every school you could think
I was
of.
in alternative school.
Because
Yeah,
he was fighting so much, and then when he found jiu-jitsu, he
kinda
stopped.
But look, I never
That's why y'all on that side.
ever since I started doing jiu-jitsu, there was never a fight again. Ain't that weird how that works?
Yeah, I've always said, man, like the most dangerous people that I know are always the safest people because they know what they're capable of. So they're always trying to de-escalate or get out of a situation.
For sure.
Yeah, you're not, and, yeah, I guess you get the little young whippersnappers that, still full of piss and vinegar
Right.
and testosterone. And, they want to get into it everywhere they
looking for
go.
something.
Yeah, well, but be careful what you're looking for because you might find it. So that's,
But yeah, wrestling and jiu-jitsu always went hand in hand. And once I found jiu-jitsu, I was a senior in high school. I haven't stopped training since. 15 years now.
15 years now?
Yeah.
Oh, you got me beat. I'm 13 now.
Have you ever rode together?
No,
Yeah,
never.
we
Not
did-
yet.
we
Not
did.
yet.
About to right now.
Put the mask, man. Put the mask down, man. Put the mask.
What got you into jiu-jitsu?
So in pro wrestling, I was always a fan of the shoot style. I like the Japanese wrestling.
Okay.
I like that, three-quarter
The
shoot style.
Yeah.
Like Angle and Benoit were like my favorite. I like that realistic style. And I never really cared much for the comedy. I respected the acrobatic stuff, but I liked the stuff that looked real.
Realistic stuff. Yeah.
And I remember I ordered the Encyclopedia of Finishing Holds.
Okay.
From
Was that Eddie Bravo?
no, the OG with the pink gi. Oh man, he just died a few years
Chuck
ago.
Norris? No.
No, I can't believe I'm
Pink
drawing a
gi.
blank right now. He judo. I can't. It'll come back to me. Bear
Japanese?
with me. No, an American guy. He was a stunt man. He was the one that choked out Chuck Norris.
I was about to say Chuck Norris, but
Yeah. I can't believe I'm not thinking of his name. Somebody help me out.
Jay Wayne got it.
Somebody help me out. Gene LaBelle.
Boom.
Judo Gene LaBelle.
Okay. He's a legend.
Rich Harding.
He's a legend.
thank you,
Judo
audience.
Gene LaBelle had a book, the Encyclopedia
Okay.
of Finishing Holds. And I remember I ordered it because I wanted to add like some more like, legit holds to my game. And there were some of those holds. I'm like, how do you get into that? How do you twist
In
somebody
no
into
way,
that?
right?
That's not real. You can't really do that. But then I always tried to add that to my style. And then when I started pro wrestling, I had a good friend of mine, Omar, rest in power. We met each other in wrestling school, and he started going to jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
And he was like, man, you got to come try this. You got to come do it. It's only going to make your wrestling better.
For
I was like, I don't have time. I got to be focused on pro wrestling, and I don't, And then, I got into pro wrestling, and I took like a few little private lessons out here in Houston a while back, but I just didn't have time to go at it consistently. And then, excuse me. Then me and Josh Barnett met, and we got to be cool. We talked about catch wrestling and grappling, and he was like, hey, man, anytime you want to train, man, you got an open invitation. I was like, damn, I need to step my game up. And then it was something that I always wanted to do. And then when I gave my notice to leave WWE, I went to New Japan. And I remember in the afternoons, some days, Shinsuke and Liger and the Murder Grandpa. Man, I can't remember anything today. This stuff is working. Hey, wait, Murder Grandpa, help me out, man. I can't.
I'm throwing a blank on that.
Suzuki Minoru.
There you go.
Suzuki Minoru, one of the most dangerous people. I remember just, they'd roll and they'd be doing stuff. And every now and again, I'd ask Suzuki to, show me a little something, And he showed me this neck crank one time, and I don't want to sell it, but like my neck was killing me for like 3 days. MVP son, okay, yeah, big okay, not okay at all. But I asked him one day, I was like, hey, Suzuki, how many ways do you know to break somebody's leg? And I hope this doesn't go into shocking content, but I asked him, I said, more than 5? And this is exactly what he did. He went, subscribe to Marking Out with MVP and Dwayne Swayze. New episodes drop every Monday, 1 p.m. Eastern.